Well, good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot. So, this reading is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising. It is for what I call personal strength. So, we're going to just take a look at areas that you're working on in your life, what we call blocks. And then this is for like the end of June into the end of July. But keep in mind, I feel like these are timeless. Um, and so we'll take a look at blocks, obstacles, advice, what you don't see, and where this is headed for you. And what I call kind of like the next stop, because it's not the ending, right? It's the next stop along the way. It's that bathroom break. I did say that. You know, when you're traveling on the road and you have to take a bathroom break. Anyway, silly me. Um, I'm in a mood today. So I'm using Runik Tarot. I do personal readings. The link to my website's below. Okay, let me okay, what do our Gemini need to know? What do our Geminis need to know? Gemini. Blocks, Chariot, and Knight of Swords. That's interesting. Okay, so then obstacles or fears. The Lovers and the Star. Okay. Strengths, positive energy, strengths, what will help you kind of thing. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, what you do not see. Two of Wands, and where this all leads, I'll keep that quiet. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the Fool, so this is probably something about a new adventure that you're thinking about, going on, happening. It could be any of the above. The Fool is really about like a beginning to something that feels almost I don't know, childlike. We all know what the Fool is, and some of us don't. But the Fool is, really about, yeah, jumping off that cliff, or, it's actually something that is kind of like you haven't thought real hard about, and you're going into it with a lot of curiosity. But I do see right away that there is a little bit of worrisome about it, because the block is the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Now, this very well could be a physical move that might be blocking you from taking a new step forward, because and it's happening really fast. I do feel like it has to do with probably some kind of relationship. Could be work, absolutely, and it could be a work relationship, like, something that's happening there. But I feel like it is about a move, and the reason why I say that too is this card is about starting a new life, kind of, because it's the beginning of the majors, right? So it's the beginning of a brand new journey, and this is your block. It feels like you have to move forward. Okay, physically move forward into something, but the other piece of the block is the speed of it, and that's the Knight of Swords. Whatever this is came in fast, is happening fast, and you're just like, boom, stop right now. I can't. This is way too much, way too fast, and I'm not sure what to do with it. And that's what we're going to talk about, because this is kind of a hard energy. Oh, you know what? I didn't do one thing. I'm going to. Oh, yes, I did. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry. So your obstacles are Lovers and Star. I feel like the obstacle is that this is something that means a lot to you. Whether this is a love relationship, absolutely could be, or if it is a move forward or a physical move, it could be that you have to leave someone that you love behind. Other words, that could be family. It could be a relationship that you can't take with you because they don't want a long distance relationship, that anything like that. But I also feel like this obstacle really is about, this is happening so fast, but it is something that has to do with a lover or a partner, and that could be work. And but whatever this is, the reason why you're frustrated is because it is like this dream, the star. It's like, this is exactly what I wanted, and now I'm getting it, and it's way too much, way too fast. And I do feel like it could be relationship. And you're like, this is way too much, way too fast. So that's why the block is there. It's not because it's a bad thing. It's because it's surprising, and you're not ready for it, and you haven't planned for it, and all of these things. Now, I mean, if you're a planner, especially, but I would say definitely, well, we got it. Oh, I did not pull advice. I didn't. That's okay. I'm missing advice, so I need to do that. Um, I don't know why I missed that. So anyway, that is your obstacles, and I need two cards for advice, please. I don't know why I didn't do that. Okay. Good. Okay. So our strengths are the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So I do feel like, if you can see that, I do feel like these are, what this is saying is that you do have the know-how with the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a little slower moving, but I think you putting the brakes on this might be a good idea. And I think that's what the Six of Wands is saying, that, you recognize what you need to do. And that's your strength, is that, what, this, I do know what I need to do. I need to put the brakes on a little bit. I need to do this more methodically, Knight of Pentacles. And you're realizing that this is just going way too fast. And it's not a bad thing. I do not feel like this is negative at all, because I do feel like everything's happening the way it's supposed to happen. But what you're struggling with is the speed of it. It's not the thing, it's the speed of the thing. So, just, I think that it would be okay to put some brakes on, because I do feel like that you're recognizing that it's moving very fast. And if it's moving fast, and if this is a relationship, and if it's moving really fast and you feel like you need to take a step back, if that person really loves you, then that's okay, right? And if the relationship is really strong, it can last that. That's not a big deal, because it's not saying stop it forever, because the Knight of Pentacles is methodical movement, but it is movement. And I will tell you too, from what you don't see, there is movement. It just needs to slow down. And I think you know that. That's what the Six of Wands is saying, that you know that. I'm going to go to the advice last. So what you don't see is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands in this deck specifically, it talks about planning. He's looking at a map. He's planning his route. And that's what you don't see, is that there is a plan. You need to follow that plan, make that plan, help make that plan. But look for this as well. Like, this is something that you definitely should look for, because it's there. There is a plan. There is a roadmap. And look for that roadmap, because I feel like you don't, with that Knight of Swords and the block, I feel like you don't see the roadmap. And that is really what's blocking you, is that you feel like it's too chaotic. But there is a plan. And I feel like by the Knight of Pentacles, your strength, taking that back, that plan will be enhanced, and you'll be able to move forward in whatever speed you need to, as far as that goes. So, yes, I'm going to do advice first, and then we'll do outcome. So advice is Four of Cups and the Hierophant. The Four of Cups, to me, when I see it as advice, first off, it is about kind of taking a little bit of slow down. I think it does, but it also talks about, it's not choices in the sense of like Seven of Cups or making a decision like the Two of Swords, but it is a choice, because the Four of Cups, usually there's something being handed to the person. They've got, this brand new little horse in the back, and they're not paying attention to the good stuff around them. They're looking at, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going after. And it's also got this nonchalant kind of feeling behind the Four of Cups. It's like this, what's going to happen is going to happen, and you kind of it's kind of attitudey. So I feel like it's saying to it is saying to look at what's around you, understand what's around you, understand what you really want. And then the Hierophant, to me, as advice, it is looking for, look out there for advice. Like, look for some leadership here, that you may need to talk to a spiritual leader, talk to someone that you respect, though. It has to be. So this is just an example. I'm not rating this in any way, shape, or form. But let's just say, like, your parents, you love them dearly and they have a lot of suggestions and a lot of advice, but sometimes their advice doesn't match what you want out of life, right? Because they had a certain way of doing things and you have a certain way of doing things. This is what I'm talking about. They're important to you and you love them dearly, and their opinions matter. But what I feel like this is saying is, no, you've got to reach out to someone that has no attachment to this. Even a therapist, a spiritual leader, a counselor, a friend that doesn't really give a crap. What I mean? Literally, so sometimes there are friends that don't necessarily give a crap are the best ones to get advice from, because they don't have anything to lose by telling you the truth. And that's what you want. And some people will tell you their truth. This is what I want to see you do because this is what I want for you, instead of what you want for you. And I think that's pretty important advice there. I really do, because I think this journey is really cool, and I'll tell you why too, because where it's taking to you is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles in this deck is by having everything together. You're going to have all your resources. Where you're going to end up is a very good place. And in this deck specifically, they gather all their resources, right? They've got their tribe going on. They've got, it's actually Vikings, but they've got, their group, their clan, or whatever they call themselves. They have their ships built. They have the tools, which is their weapons. They have everything they need. And now they're heading off to battle. And that's what I feel like this is. It's saying here in the near future, you're going to have all your resources together. You'll have the people around you that you need. You will have the tools that you need. And you'll have the direction you need. Oh, I got to get to it. Yeah, I did invite. Yeah, we did all that. I was keep going back to this because this is the direction. I feel like this is really an important card because I keep looking at it. So knowing that there's a map. And I feel like that you'll be ready to go off to battle, whether that's move, whether that's tackle a new job, or whatever it is. This is a very good destination, especially in the interim. I mean, it's a good card anyway. But to say, this is where you're going to be. But the most important thing to know is that you're going to have those tools, and you're going to have the people around you that you need around you. And that's the important thing, because we can do something all by ourselves. But if we don't have the tools that we need and we don't have the people around us, it's like starting all over again. So this is a good place to be. And I think this is a really good reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please let me know. I love comments. I do. And and I usually respond, or at least acknowledge every single one of them. And then, hit the like button too. Any of those things really help. They do. So I appreciate you, Gemini, and have a beautiful day, night, evening. Take care.